Once upon a time, a little ant found a shiny crumb near a picnic spot. She wanted to take it home, but she saw that a hungry bird was watching her. The bird asked, "Little ant, may I have it? I haven't eaten all day." The ant thought for a moment and said, "Yes, you can have it." She gave the crumb to the bird. Later, when the ant returned home, she found her friends had saved extra crumbs for her. The ant realized that helping others brings happiness in return. Moral: kindness always comes back to you.
The Cat Who Wanted to Fly, a heartwarming kid's tale about dreams, courage, and discovering your own special talents.
In a cozy little town lived a fluffy orange cat named Milo. But Milo wasn't like the other cats because he had a big dream. He wanted to fly. Just like the birds, high in the sky. Every morning, Milo watched tiny sparrows flutter over the rooftops. "I wish I could do that," he whispered softly. But the other animals laughed. "Milo, cats don't fly. Your paws belong on the ground." But Milo didn't give up. One sunny day, he built paper wings, strapped them to his back, ran down a little hill, and jumped. He fell into a bush. The next day, he tied colorful balloons to himself. He floated a little, but got stuck in a tree. Still, Milo didn't quit. Then, one evening, he heard a sad little chirp in the garden. It was a baby bird named Pip. He had fallen from his nest and couldn't fly back up. Milo rushed to him. "Don't worry, Pip. I'll help you." He climbed the tree carefully, step by step, because cats can climb very well. At the top, he gently placed Pip back into his nest. That night, the birds sang, "A cat who can climb is just as amazing as a bird who can fly." Milo purred proudly, and from then on, he enjoyed watching the sky, knowing he didn't need to fly to be wonderful.
In a small, colorful town called Brightville lived a curious little boy named Ayan. Ayan loved to draw more than anything in the world. He drew houses with rainbow roofs, trees full of talking birds, and smiling suns that waved hello.
What a beautiful day to draw.
But there was one problem. Ayan did not like telling the truth. When his mother asked, "Did you finish your homework?" Ayan would say, "Yes," even when the pages were blank. When his teacher asked, "Who made this mess?" Ayan would quietly point at someone else. One afternoon, while walking home from school, Ayan noticed an old wooden box under a big banyan tree. The box looked dusty and forgotten. He opened it. Inside lay a single pencil. It wasn't an ordinary pencil. It shimmered softly, as if tiny stars were trapped inside it.
What does this magic pencil
Ayan
do?
picked it up, and a small note fell out. The note read, "This is the magic pencil. It works only when you speak the truth." Ayan laughed. "Magic pencils don't exist," he said. Still, he put it in his school bag. Ayan decided to test the pencil. He started drawing a house. As soon as the pencil touched the paper, the drawing came alive. The door opened, the windows sparkled, and flowers bloomed in the garden. He took the pencil to school the next day. Ayan, did you complete your homework? Ayan replied, "Yes, teacher." He tried to write with the magic pencil, but nothing happened. The pencil didn't move. The page stayed empty. Confused, Ayan whispered, "Why isn't it working?" During art class, his friend asked, "Did you break my crayons?" Ayan lied again, "No." This time, the pencil cracked slightly, losing some of its shine. Ayan felt uneasy. Ayan remembered the note. It works only when you speak the truth. The next day, when the teacher asked about his homework, Ayan took a deep breath and said, "No, teacher, I didn't finish it." The magic pencil became brighter with every honest word. His drawings became more beautiful than ever. Birds that sang, rivers that flowed, and stars that twinkled. People started trusting Ayan. Ayan saw his best friend drop some money in the playground. Ayan ran to his friend and returned the money. The pencil shone brighter than ever, then suddenly turned into golden dust and disappeared. Ayan felt sad for a moment, but then he smiled. Ayan found a new note on his desk. It said, "The real magic was inside you all along." Moral of the story? Honesty is the greatest magic of all. Parrot. In a green forest near a quiet village lived a bright green parrot named Pico. Pico was not the biggest bird in the forest, nor the strongest, but he had something very special. He was always polite. Every morning, Pico flew from tree to tree, greeting everyone cheerfully. "Good morning, dear," he would say. "Good morning, Pico," the deer replied with a smile. "Please, may I sit here?" Pico asked before landing on a branch. "Thank you," he chirped whenever someone helped him. The other animals noticed Pico's good manners, but some laughed at him. "Why do you always say please and thank you?" mocked Monkey. "No one needs so many words," said Crow. Pico only smiled. "Kind words make the day brighter," he said gently. A small problem. One hot afternoon, Pico became very thirsty. The forest stream had dried up, and the sun burned brightly overhead. Pico flew around looking for water, but every leaf and pond was dry. He saw Elephant resting near a tree. "Excuse me, Elephant," Pico said politely. "Could you please help me find some water?" Elephant smiled at Pico's kind voice. "There is a small pond near the hill," Elephant said. "I will show you." Pico bowed his head. "Thank you very much." But before Pico could reach the pond, Monkey jumped in front of him. "That water is mine," Monkey shouted rudely. "Go away." Pico did not argue. "Please," he said calmly, "I only need a few drops." Monkey laughed and climbed away, leaving Pico tired and sad. Trouble in the forest. That evening, dark clouds filled the sky. A strong wind blew through the forest, knocking down nests and breaking branches. Animals ran everywhere, frightened and confused. Little Mabbit cried, "I can't find my mother!" Birds lost their nests, and squirrels dropped their food. Everyone shouted at once. Pico flew above the forest and spoke loudly but kindly. "Please stay calm," he said. "Let us help one another." Because Pico spoke politely and clearly, the animals listened. "Elephant, please help lift the fallen tree. Deer, could you guide the little ones to safety? Monkey, please gather the scattered food." One by one, the animals followed Pico's polite requests. Soon, the forest became calm again. A change of heart. After the storm, Monkey felt ashamed. "I was rude to you," Monkey said quietly, "but you still spoke kindly to me." Pico smiled. "Good manners help us work together," he said. Monkey nodded. "From today, I will try to speak politely too." A forest full of smiles. From that day on, the forest felt different. Animals spoke gently. They helped one another. Even Crow began saying thank you. Pico continued greeting everyone every morning, spreading kindness with his words. The animals learned an important lesson, not from strength or shouting, but from politeness. Moral of the story: good manners win hearts. Deep inside a peaceful forest, where tall trees whispered secrets and golden sunlight danced on the grass, lived a young deer named Luma. Luma had soft brown fur, bright eyes, and the gentlest heart anyone could imagine. But Luma was very shy. While the other deer gathered in open meadows to play and talk, Luma stayed close to the bushes. She watched from far away as they laughed and ran. If someone looked in her direction, Luma quickly lowered her head and stepped back. She was afraid of speaking, afraid of being noticed, and afraid of doing something wrong. She shared berries with birds, waited patiently for smaller animals to cross paths, and listened quietly when the wind seemed sad. But when it came to herself, Luma believed she was too small, too quiet, and too weak to be brave. One afternoon, the forest was calm and warm. Luma walked near a stream, enjoying the sound of flowing water. Suddenly, a sharp cry broke the silence. "Help! Help!" Luma froze. Her heart began to race. The sound came from behind the bushes near the rocky path. She wanted to run away, like she always did when something frightening happened. Her legs trembled. But the cry came again. "Please, help me!" Luma slowly stepped closer. Hidden between tall stones, she saw a small fawn. The poor little one had slipped into a shallow ditch and couldn't climb out. His eyes were wide with fear, and his tiny legs shook. "I can't get out," the fawn cried. "I'm scared." Luma's heart filled with worry. She looked around. No other deer were nearby. For a moment, fear whispered in her mind. What if you can't help? What if you fail? Luma took a deep breath. I'll help you," she said softly. She stepped closer and gently lowered her head. "Hold on to me," she encouraged. The fawn tried, but the ground was slippery. Luma slipped too and almost fell.
This time, the fawn climbed out of the ditch and landed safely on the grass. "I'm free!" the fawn cried happily. Luma felt something warm spread through her chest. It wasn't fear, it was pride. "Thank you," the fawn said, nuzzling her gently. "You're very brave." Brave? No one had ever called Luma that before. Soon the fawn's mother arrived, followed by other deer. When they heard what Luma had done, their eyes filled with admiration. "You saved my child," the mother said warmly. "Thank you." Luma felt her shyness soften. She lifted her head a little higher than before.
From that day on, Luma was still gentle and quiet, but she was no longer afraid. She joined the others more often, spoke when it mattered, and helped whenever she could. She learned something important that day. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, "Be kind. Try anyway." And with every act of kindness, Luma's courage grew stronger. Courage grows with kindness.